When the market is going straight up in the long term, good things are coming. And those who wait always get to there. They get to achieve those profits. But do remember, the target of 2020 is still just 31 days. And if we just hit that wave 1 by that duration, we don't even need wave 2. Just with wave 1, we would be 650% up from the current levels, the recent bottom which we put in, and then 3000% from the actual bottom of this cycle, say 0.12. If we reach the all-time highs, that's 3100%. By then, the return on your investment in XRP will be huge, and those guys who are talking about the return on investment in BTC will be shamed to compare it with XRP. Do remember, huge bulls are entering the market, and soon you will see a lot of changes, and those who bought in around 0.5, 0.6, this area may look like they entered near the bottom. I kind of agree with this tweet here highlighted by King Thais, and that's how the market plays. The emotion is turned over. If you can step up, then you can achieve. Look here, clearly it certainly highlights that money is entering the space, and now that BTC reached a new all-time highs, more attention would be coming towards the crypto market from the media and other sides. And at the same time, you have to understand there are individuals who have a reputation jumping in to crypto assets fully, meaning they're dropping gold, and Barry kind of highlights from drop gold. So Grayscale has always been for that, and right now he's highlighting this drop gold. So it won't just be one guy doing that. It will be a lot of investors who see value in the crypto space. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where we discuss crypto and science behind investing regularly. We are going to get that explosive blast, and at that time, do remember there are individuals who look like they are really smart, but they don't get the ideas being shared by even smarter and experienced guys. When Brad asked a question, what was the reply from Pomp, and what was the response from Brad for that reply from Pomp? That kind of gives you an idea back then. And right now, if you look at this, Brad was 100% correct. And most of the guys who look at the macroeconomics at least have an idea that yes, what he stated there is completely true. And when you look at this particular time, adoption is skyrocketing. Different banks, central banks, everyone is looking at their own coin. Why? Last bull run, there was ICOs, and a lot of retail investors got into it. This time, it will be a new tokenization of different corporations. See, right now the stock market is at all-time highs. Look at the FANG stocks. You'll see that it's at all-time high. When the economy is going down, these stocks are pumping. Now, say for example, within the FANG, if you're looking at Netflix, it makes sense to me. People are staying home, they would be watching it more. So, the investors understand that more inflow would be there in ads and all. So that's cool. But what about the other stuffs? The technology market is still going up. Microsoft, Apple, even though have issues with Apple 12 release without charger headset, blah blah blah, still they are going up. If you look at the general trend in 2020, you will understand what I'm talking about. But now 2021 is going to be different. A lot of custody solutions are coming out. This with Libra is joining that kind of league. It's going to be more money inside. And when we say more money flowing into that market, you definitely have to understand it's not going to be a small thing. Monthly chart of XRP is definitely bullish, and we are going to close here. Now this chart, I don't know which time frame they are using right now, but at least right now in Korea it's next month. We are entering December. It's the month of Christmas. But we are waiting for a close here, and as we get that, do understand we broke about this resistance of 0.44, 0.45, and then this one 0.58. We are now at 0.647. That's not a small deal. And look, we would be going towards point 0.8. Why would I actually say that to you? When we were discussing in our Patreon group, I was highlighting this like back then. At first I highlighted we are going to go through and retest this, and if we broke above, that's going to be bullish. And if you can, wait for the break and buy the breakout, or at least the retest, and then followed by that, this happened. The price went up, it corrected, came back, retested, and started bouncing to the upside. Now that's on a shorter time frame. Those who trade this market in that manner, it's useful. If you're a long-term trader, it doesn't actually matter. You are just sitting at the bottom. You already accumulated as much as possible, around 0.15, 0.2, 0.3. Sit tight. Don't trade. If you don't know market, you don't understand the market cycle, short-term market cycle fluctuation, don't risk your asset. Just keep on holding it. Once you get that wave 1 or wave 2, when you have that 500%, 1000% profit, it's not a bad idea taking a little bit of profit. But if you wait for that wave 2 completion, you would be having 50, 100 times your money. 50x, 100x. Last time, we got 1000x, 1400x to be precise after wave 3. So it's completely up to you whether you want to achieve that. Look at XRP BTC here. We had this pattern over last 1 year. Now we broke above. We are making a flag which is tight. It's not actually coming way down back to retest this breakout. Instead, it is holding there. That's bullish because we have the horizontal support resistance line here. If you look here in XRP BTC around say 3000 Satoshis, you get a resistance previously, and right now it's acting as a support. So that's what we are looking at in this trend. If XRP USD is moving to the upside, look at this area, which would be 0.7, 0.75. That won't be something small, because if you look at here, we have a lot of trading happening, and only trade that. The reason why I told you only trade, if you understand, it's like you can look at the trend, you can understand the breakout, you can, jump in that, take that short-term profit, say 20%, 30% if you're leveraged more, right? Now, I call this one out for Yearn Finance recently. It's not that far, right? Just 2 days back. And I called for the 20% pump. Right now, if you look at that, it's on the target. It's moving towards the upside. We already reached around 15%. Just the rest of 5-6% is to be reached. Now, whenever I trade like that, I inform you guys that what are my buy the dip positions. Now, for my Patreon members, yeah, they get regular update where I open, where I close. Now, these are non-leveraged trades. Now, these are the leverage trades which I opened on 26th and it's still running. When you see 50% profit, 100% profit, that's not the time when you want to take these leverage trades out, because the stop loss for these would be comparatively way low. You will get a higher range when you buy those around the dip. I couldn't get the exact bottom around 0.46, but I managed to get in around 0.5, 0.51, 0.52 in that area. So for me, that looks currently okay. If I wait till 0.8, $1, or the completion of wave 1 around 1.2 to $3, it's not bad. So if you are looking at this market, you should be understanding the market can fluctuate a lot. If you're considering taking profits, you should look at these videos where I clearly explain about wave 1, what you're looking at in the entire cycle of wave 1, 2, 3, where you should be considering taking profits. Because if you don't, you can end up something like 2018 when the market goes down, you're still there with that average because you chased the market. If you're not chasing the market, if you have that confidence in yourself and you're staying put, that's not an issue. But as we go further, you should understand that these things evolve. When things evolve, it's something like the, say, we had like last 3 years. It's like 2018 full, 2019, now it's 2020 completing. Things evolve, and it doesn't mean in 31 days we are going to reach the all-time highs. XRP took around 100 days to reach all-time high with correction. So if you are looking at that too, even the half of that time frame is like 45-50 days. So you need to wait till that. Now, yes, we can reach 31 days to a new all-time highs if we just continue going straight up. But common sense says it never goes straight up, right? If you look here, it just went 8,000% corrected, and then this one. So I just say like just 8,000% because considering the total return on your investment from this bottom to the top, which is 1,400x, that is not a big deal, right? But for the common man who are coming out from the FANG stocks or commodities, for them even 8,000% is so huge. But those who are involved in the crypto market do understand that this is not the big deal. We are waiting for something even better. Now look at the MACD here. You can see it's kind of bouncing around. It's a 4-hour chart. We are moving to the upside and we need to move to the upside. Now, our recent highs around 0.75, 0.77 would be reached soon as a retest. And if we manage to hold, say on a daily, if you look at the MACD, we can see that it's way higher. But if you zoom out and look at the previous all-time highs, we are nowhere near that all-time high in MACD. If you zoom out, now you can see the top here. Where is the current level? It's a tiny bit here. So if people are making you confused, saying look at that, just zooming in and saying look at that, the MACD is over the roof, it needs a lot of time to breathe in, it should come back down towards the 0.3, you can reconsider, look at the charts and say what you see, because for me I clearly see a rounded bottom here which I highlighted back, and then we got this pump. So as you stay updated with these Patreon updates, it would help you to trade, remain in your trades, take your profits at the right time. Now it's not like we have 5-10 people talking about different trades in the Telegram group. Now we have around 150 individuals within that Patreon talking about different take profits, where they are considering to take profits, where they are going to enter next, what their targets are, and the charts. So if you want to get those benefits, you can look at the Patreon link given in the description below. Now, I would like to highlight this. If you're entering, always enter early in the month because the charging schedule is set like that. So if you're coming at late month, it's not going to be 100% beneficial for you. And as I told you guys, those who entered late last month can actually consider not paying this month. It's okay. I'll continue giving you guys information via Telegram or personal contact for the month, and then you can join back in by January. Now, looking at these updates, you need to understand that giants are entering the market, and when whales are entering the market, do understand if you want to walk with the whales, you need to at least think like a whale. Things are evolving in such a way. Now, I'm just going through this to show you guys what is coming ahead, what we are going to discuss, because it's not just 1 or 2 items which our attention needs to take all. Right now, in the technical and the fundamental, we are having a lot of bullish scenarios. Recently, from one of my trading port exchange, say eToro, I saw an update that 2 whales have bought up huge amount of XRP, around 250 million XRP or something. I'm not actually precisely clear about the numbers, I just forgot, but that was huge number. When the normal guys are thinking, no, there is a little bit of bear momentum here, you have to take profit, you have to move out, wait for a dip to buy back in, you're confused, whales are still accumulating, means they clearly understand this perspective that we are currently in this pattern and we may go way up high in the sky. Now, when I say that, do remember the previous high is just $3.8 and we are looking at least around $24 to $140 in this cycle, right? So that wave 1, wave 2, which will take us around $10-15, then the wave 3, all of these should be amazing gains, but only if you stay focused and stay with all the informations. Otherwise, you may feel like you want to take out the profit. And that's not the way you trade in this market. Always understand the price. If it is getting overpriced, it can still go upside. Look at the Apple stock or any other technology stocks right now when the economy is drifting to the drains. They are going to the upside. So that doesn't mean they're going to go down tomorrow. They are overpriced right now. And they can get even overpriced, more gains and then drop. And just the thing is, you have to align your portfolio, arrange your portfolio, position your each trades in such a way that you are not going to be that loser when the market turns on you. For that, you need to have that education. And that is why financial education combined with trading experience is really important. And as we share in the Patreon group, and I shared with you guys too before, read through the books, say Mastering the Market Cycle, one of the book with Howard Marks put it out, and that is really impressive to understand the market cycle, the psychology of investors, and how you should be looking at the market and when you should enter. Back then, when I was saying around 0.15, 0.17, 0.2, like this is the accumulation stage, this is the capitulation, and we, these long-term investors, should be buying in here and averaging down. Say those who had around $3, $3.5 had a huge chance to dollar cost average their positions in this 3-year bear market. And those who did that, like me, at least I was having that average back in 2018, but right now, wow, I'm really happy with what I hold and where my average is. For the long-term assets, I still hold around 0.18, 0.19. So that's a good deal. Now, yeah, there are guys with 0.16 and below. That's cool. But for them, they do understand the market. Those who doesn't understand the market will chase the market. And when I say chase the market, if you're looking at it on a 4-hour time frame, it's chasing on that time frame. If you're looking at a daily time frame, you're chasing on that time frame. Say the price reaches 0.75 or $1, $1.2, and you're still buying based on a weekly time frame, it's cool. If you're operating based on a weekly chart, that doesn't bother you because we are going to look at huge return on your investment even from there. But if you're trading the market based on 4-hour chart and then doing the same, it's chasing the market and you can get wrecked if you're using leveraged positions. Because whales do manipulate. There are long wicks all the way to the upside, to the downside. If you're going there and putting a sell, I've been getting questions from a lot of guys in comment section like, what should I do? Should I put a sell position here, there and all? I'm like, no. Personally, I wouldn't actually do that. Because in a consolidation state, you get wicks like this in which both sellers and buyers are taken out. In a bull market, you get wick like this where sellers are being thrown out. And in a bear market, you get this where the buyers are being kicked out. Now, as I see this is a bull market. So should you be entering into sell positions? I'm not talking about taking profits. Sell doesn't mean taking profit. You can buy a position, sell it afterwards, that's taking profit. Sell directly means you don't have a buy position, you are entering directly into a sell position, which is like betting the market will go down. And if the whales see enough orders they decide to take your money away from you. If you wish to be that guy who want to lose chasing the market, you're welcome, you can do that. But do understand this is a technology we are talking about, a green future. When you see issues with mined networks, which is not scalable, which has its own issue, blah, 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 all the bad things, you need to look at the positive stuff. Banks, central banks, governments are all coming up with their own tokens, and the tokenization of the assets are happening around us. All of these needs a bridge asset. I'm not saying it will just be XRP, but XRP will be among them. XRP will be one among them who rules the giant interoperability network. ISO network is not that far ahead. Within next 1 or 2 years, we are going to get that completed. And when I say 1 year or 2 years, if you feel like that's too long, you should be a trader, not an investor. I'm talking that to investors. If you see things like this for next 1 year, 2 years, you definitely understand the potential of this asset. When Ripple, the company, is buying back, when the executives within Ripple understand this asset and they are buying more and more, you need to think about yourself. Are you doing much? But do understand one thing. You don't have to take huge risk to make huge return on your investment next time. By that, I mean, say you have a standard of living right now. You shouldn't be risking that to get, or at least in thought of getting, a higher standard of living. Instead, what you should do is limit your expensive purchases, which are luxury goods, which, without which you can survive, you're happy, it's okay, it's cool. You can use those money aside. If you smoke, Personally, I don't do that. So you can keep that money aside, collect it for a month. If you drink, you can do the same and then put that into this asset. It's up to you. You can choose your asset. Let it be XRP, BTC, Ether. It's up to you. But personally, looking at the return on investment, I do buy XRP a lot. And that's why I inform you guys, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm getting this much profit. It's not like I'm saying, go buy this. I'm saying, this is my experience after learning a lot from the last cycle, being stuck with that price level around $3, $3.5 in 2018. The market taught me a lot of lesson, and I'm sharing that with you guys. Those who are new here should take this into consideration. You should look at the fundamentals of an asset and then technicals before you trade. So the fundamentals here look really strong. One by one, XRP is getting into that zone of expansion that no corporations will neglect it in the near future. Because it's green technology, as we showed previously, the unsustainable energy eating monsters will not be appreciated in the near future. So that gives your idea like this. Don't forget about XRP. It's never a bad deal to forget that, because the partners of Ripple are always expanding. That's why I'm not detailing it much, because we are getting a lot of partners and those partners are expanding with new partnerships, new geographical region, and we are looking at a huge price gains. So that is a deal shown by the Joker. And most of the time he gives us clear idea about long-term indications. So that's why I'm sharing that with you guys. Now, if I jump back into my charts here and look at it on a shorter time frame, say an hourly, it is still moving to the upside. So if you move back a bit, look at it on a 4-hour chart, you can see the MACD has crossed, it bounced, then it crossed to the downside, then it bounced again to the upside, it's bouncing here. When that is happening, if we get a little bit more bounce as the RSI enter back into the overbought territory, we should be retesting the previous highs or the recent highs around 0.75, 0.78. If you look at the same for XLM, XRP, XDC, Quant and all, you can understand one thing, more volume. Money is coming back into these networks because they understand the utility. So if you do understand all of this and you received value for your time, please do hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done that already. If you want to unlock more value for your portfolio with a lot of different assets with which you are confused whether you should sell, you should buy, you should add into other, you should swap, you can look at the Patreon link given in the description below. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.